check this out. Yo, check this out.
Hello, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Looks like all the chat popped in at once on the screen. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic extended weekend if you're here in the US. I know, well, I'm at least trying to. I've been very busy today, but besides that, definitely enjoying the fact that I at least have an extra day. How's it going, Tanner? Welcome. What's up, Crichton? How's it going, Mandy? Musical Geeks. First, I read that as Mythical Geeks, and I was like, Mythical Morning. Brought over a friend of mine from another stream. Heck yeah, should be here soon. How's it going, Katrina Bridges? All right, there she is. Welcome. Hello. Okay. So, a funny quick story really quick is, so I just warmed up my hot water for my tea just mere minutes ago being like 10 minutes ago. And I was sitting here getting everything set up for the stream, and then literally like right before I hit the camera I was like, oh shoot, I never actually put tea bags in the hot water. So I was sitting there with just a hot cup of water on my desk, and I was like, I should probably do that. So now we're all set though. I got the tea bags, we're good to go. Lavender and chamomile tonight in the DuckTales mug. Okay, so looks like we're starting with Guz with Nightmare on Northside 3 from Scrim. Heck yeah. And copy that over. Did we listen to another song in this trilogy of songs, Nightmare on Northside? Because it says 3. No, I think they just have multiple songs that they have like multiples of, if that makes sense. So like so and so 1, so and so 2, so and so 3. So I'm probably thinking of another one. Nightmare, there we go. Which also reminds me, I gotta put on live chat. There you are. It was the, okay, second one. Okay, so I did react to one already. Well, one version of this. And for those not aware, Guz and some other people won't show up in chat unless you turn on live chat instead of top chat for whatever reason on YouTube. I couldn't tell you why. Thank you so much, Small Fox. I appreciate it, with the guaranteed request For These Words by TJ Sanders. Heck yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I put up, I guess you saw the reaction that I posted of that Simple Man song. It was pretty cool that both Simple Man commented on it, and it was Dirt E music. Both of them commented, both of them subscribed to the channel, so that was pretty neat. Simple even gave me a shout out on his channel, so that was awesome. They seem like cool guys. Okay, anyways, let me add that to the guaranteed and then mark down that number by 1. These words by Sanders. There we go. Be a simple kind of man. Bow. Alrighty. Oh, I never actually hit search on that. That'll probably help. Yeah, I got the watermark on. We're chilling. All right, let's do this. Pause really quick. That's quite the acronym to rap out like that, or not acronym, but letter by letter through a phrase. And I think the best part about it is that it doesn't sound bad, that like when he's doing it. To do all that and it still sounds good is kind of crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. Let's get back to it. Oh, BPM switch.
gets
That went so unbelievably hard. Oh, how do they do this? How does he do this? How do they do this? How? Oh my gosh. We just had that other song last night, which I thought was like maybe a top 5 for me. Holy cow, this could be up there too. Just the S-Boys universe. Would be, so it's the MCU, Marvel Cinematic, the SCU. I really, really like this one. What did we get? 3 or 4 beat switches up in this thing? It was pretty constant. And then on top of that, the beat was just incredible, at least for like the first third to half. Whatever the one is with like it's almost like a slightly off key sounding or old piano, but like only on the high notes. And it gives off kind of a scary movie vibe. I love that so much. And also, we got a Fortnite bar. That's not, is that even, I'm not 100% sure if that's even the first time that I've heard one of them do a Fortnite bar. I feel like there was something similar. Maybe it wasn't Fortnite though. Where was it? Yeah, there it is. Fill the lobby with the skins. I ain't talking Fortnite. They make a Fortnite bar, or Scream rather, makes a Fortnite bar sound hard. So I feel like that speaks volumes about how talented they are, because, you know, not everybody's out here rapping Fortnite and making it sound good. Now this I would call a #1 victory royale. Okay, I should be done. But yeah, either way, I really love this one. Adding this to my playlist real quick. So this is Scrim. Are we gonna have the whole quadrilogy or trilogy, whichever it is? I think is it trilogy? Whatever. We're gonna get that whole thing up on my playlist, I have a feeling, at some point. There we go. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Small Fox. I appreciate it. Ricky Bobby by Hard Target and Simple Man. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you very much. And that is a fast pass that'll actually be coming up next. I'll just type it in. I will say, don't hate me. Don't hate me too much. I only thought that Talladega Nights was an okay movie. Granted, that was like 10-15 years ago whenever it was, a long time ago when I watched it, a very long time ago. So maybe my thoughts would be different now. I just want to put that out there. Oh, why? Okay, my chat's like stuck right now. Oh, there we go. I was like, I couldn't scroll up at all. Through your earbud across the room. Rip. Yeah, the spelling out does go hard, guys. That's one thing that they both kind of do, is they'll do like the spelling out bars quite often. It's pretty frequent whenever they're doing it, and they always make it sound good. This one, though, particularly, I think sounded really good. My earbud keeps falling out of my ear every time I move my laptop. No wireless ones here. I had these, I had some wireless. Are they on my desk? Yeah, they are. These crappy Samsung Galaxy Buds. They're the rounded ones at the end with no wing on them. These fall out of your ears like crazy. These suck. That being said, the newest Galaxy ones and the originals are both incredible. My favorite earbuds, which I've got actually right next to them. The difference is the FEs, they have these little wings on them. I'm not branded or, I mean, sponsored or anything, but these things are by far my favorite earbuds I've ever owned. They're incredible. Even if the sound quality isn't the absolute best, the fact that they stay in my ears is beautiful. Oh, that's where the Ricky Bobby request came from. Okay, I gotcha. #4 comes out next week, and #1 still needs a listen, and you'll have them all completed. So it is going to be a quadrilogy. Oh, that's awesome. Usually I couldn't care less about lyric vids, but that went crazy for words in a video. The S Boys, and like each of them individually, Scrim, Ruby, respectfully, best lyric videos in the game. I don't care what anybody says, I always like them. I like the way that they use like vintage film and things like that in their videos. It just looks very, I don't know, has a cool vibe to it. Okay, anyways, let's pull up this song.
What if I told
Just a warning, this one is a bit goofy. I like a little goofiness. Okay. Get that volume up. So here we are with Simple Man and Hard Target with the song Ricky Bobby. Alright, let's hear it.
Yeah. Hey, remember when rappers used to actually write their verses with breath takers in it because they had to perform this shit? Not do this punchy and pussy ass shit like y'all do. Y'all some bitches, man. Y'all ain't got shit on me. Y'all some hoes trying to take me to Martin, put a motherfucking kid on me. You gotta be kidding me. Y'all just some dorks trying to rap about a whole lot of bad shit below average. Them punchlines is tragic. Can't touch me like a back itch, but I'm slick to death. Steph Curry with a walk-off. You a brick at best. And if your music made a meal, it was by a shitty chef that did his best. I'm Gordon Ramsay. Cooking these boys in panties, orphan nannies. My flow is a fortune, and these dudes can't rock the porch at grannies. Ain't no duplications. I'm a stupid patient. Stewing pacing. And if money talks, then the bar's been raised. You know how they do inflation. Y'all do for a rude awakening. Rap just ain't gonna be the move you're making. Cause if I ain't up there, then you ain't up there, bitch. Give up the hallucinations. If you ain't first, then you last, ho. Ricky Bobby told me be an asshole. Who that getting mad though? If you rhyme me, this is what you asked for. If you ain't first, then you last, ho. Ricky Bobby told me be an asshole. Who that getting mad though? If you rhyme me, this is what you asked for. So amazing.
Alright, let me pause here. I'm already really liking this. I just like the production a lot. It's kind of a I don't even know. It feels like simultaneously like the vocals work and don't work with this beat at the same time, and I think that just gives it a nice, that adds to the funness that the song I think provides. It just, there's something, I'm trying to think in my mind how to put that into words. Give me a second here. Let me contemplate. Let me be the thinker just for a minute. I don't know. I don't know. There's something that's like fun about that though, because it's so close to being like a juxtapositionized. Is that a word? Is there a word for that? Like song, beat, voice wise, that it amplifies that funness. I'll leave it at that because I'm confusing myself and I'm sure I'm confusing everybody else. But yeah, either way, I am enjoying this a lot. I like Simple Man's voice a lot though too, and I think that it kind of immediately scores points. Just the way that he raps, his flow and the tone of his voice all combined is like the perfect storm. And he's also very clear with his rhymes, which I appreciate. I don't think that is necessarily a bad thing when rappers aren't super clear, but I think it's usually better when they can actually enunciate their words, at least enough so I know what they're saying. And he does a good job with that. Okay, give me a second. Juxtaposed. No, wait. Would that work in the context though that I'm saying? I think it would, and I think I'm just stupid, so. Fun fact, they only started using lyric videos in 2020s, and since then every song they released has had one, except for the song Forget It, and it was a loop of a girl getting... Jeez. Oh. It was taken down by YouTube. Yeah, that heads up. At least that means I'm saved by it and I won't have to react to it. I'm sure it would be funny, but probably for the best that I don't. This is actually before they started TrailerMade. The guy with the beard is Breadwin, who started TrailerMade with Hard Target, who's the one with the sunglasses. You know, that works out that his name is Breadwin and they're tossing bread around everywhere. Adds up. Alright, anyways, back to it. I had a long enough break.
So amazing, then why you bitching, saying you can't change your situation? Damn, somebody switch the station. I'm tired of these whining rich kids, they crying bitch kids. Daddy, you don't do nothing for me, please let me get this shit. Meanwhile, we stretch them ducats, flexing pickups and buckets. Still beat your girl guts up in it over. Next day, y'all kissing in public. You know where that mouth's been. She tried to stay, I told her shit, vacuum the house then. Boy, we ain't nothing nice. So off the jump, it's like we ain't hitting Starbucks. This ride ain't about to be smelling like no pumpkin spice. That's just the nature of the beast. So the company that I keep, understand this assholes who I'll always be. Peace. If you ain't first, then you last, ho. Ricky Bobby told me be an asshole. Who that getting mad though? If you round me, this is what you asked for. If you ain't first, then you last, ho. Ricky Bobby told me be an asshole. Who that getting mad though?
It kind of has like a tropical vibe to it.
What you asked for. Yeah, I know. I hear you hating asses already. Superman, you ain't in first place. You only got 74 subscribers on your damn LinkedIn account. Man, shut your ass up. That's why your mama got a OnlyFans account, bitch, and be on there hula hooping and shoulder pads and shit. Shut your dumb ass up. I ain't trying to hear about them numbers, man. Get on here and rap. That new shit sucks anyway.
Alrighty. Yeah, I do like that song quite a bit. I think it's very catchy. I like the introduction of the horns too during the chorus. I forgot to mention that earlier, but it's a nice little small addition that I think actually changes it up quite a bit when it comes to production. Even though it is that little small thing, I think it just stands out quite a bit. That's kind of what horns do though. They tend to do that. And it's always a nice little thing that I enjoy in most, if not every song that has them. So that's definitely always big ups from me when those pop in there. But yeah, there's also a lot of references in here, I'm sure, that flew over my head. I don't know if it actually went quite as deep into some of the Ricky Bobby ones as I think it did. But I know there's like little bits of references sprinkled in that I did understand like halfly. But yeah, either way though, good song. I'll just end it at that. Pretty sure it was a very old movie, but was not a serious thing, but still definitely was the weirdest lyric video while it lasted. Yeah, that it definitely sounds like it would be the weirdest. You pronouncing juxtaposed reminded me of that for some reason. Oh, have you ever had a dream that that you had? Oh, what is that? That's that like that 5-year-old in like an interview of some sort. There's this magical playlist. I don't think it exists. At least the original doesn't exist anymore. Called Important Videos on YouTube, and that was one of the videos on it. And man, Important Videos, that might be a thing that's lost in internet history. I don't know. Like you can probably find ripoffs, but I don't think this original you'll ever find. Because it might be on the Wayback Machine. I'm not sure, but it was a magical experience to watch through the entire Important Videos playlist. Man, that like brings a whole wave of nostalgia. Hey, how's it going, Birdflesh? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, what's up, 15th Bend? For those that aren't familiar with 15th Bend, 15th Bend is an incredible artist slash musician here on YouTube, and I'm sure other places too. I know you can find him on Spotify for sure. But yeah, you should definitely check out his stuff if you haven't already. Very talented. Hopefully you're doing well. He was trying to quote a Hercules line with the "Have you ever had a dream" thing? Alrighty. Okay, let me mark this one off the list. And everybody, make sure you get your free requests in because we don't have a lot in there, so you have a pretty high chance of getting a song put on from the free queue tonight. Okay. So next we have John Desone, whichever, Hannah Firm, I Met Somebody from Crichton John. Let me pull that one up. Okay, there we go. I got a song. It's 7 minutes long. Slow burner, but it's a powerful one. Do you have a time limit on the request? 7 minutes is actually usually about what the time limit is. So that would work. Yeah. Yeah, some dude played a clip and it matched up to a point. Really? I wonder what it would be then. I'll have to, like, when I'm rewatching Hercules, see if I can pick it up. Hey, how's it going? R4 1F7? I'll call you R4. Is it free? I am doing some free requests, so really quick, just so you have an idea of how those work, is I have a free request list. You throw in your request. Right now, there's only, after this one, going to be just one request in there, but essentially, I go through them throughout the stream until a certain point, probably usually after the second song that I'm into the free request queue. I actually do random spins where I always do at least 2, so everybody has a shot of getting their song played. But half the time I actually end up getting further into the free request than just a few songs. So yeah, it doesn't matter how late you are, you'll always have a shot of getting your song in. All I ask is that you're here when I'm actually getting to that song, otherwise I move on to the next one. Hey, how's it going, Royalty Blue? Welcome back, welcome back. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay. Anyways, though, we've got I Met Somebody by John Desone or John Desone and Hannah Firm. I don't think I'm familiar with either of these artists, so this is like very new for me.
I met somebody and you met somebody,
Right to it.
and we met somebody like we never happened at all, but hey, that's how you learn to love. How the time has passed since I saw you last, I still wonder now and then, how did we go from lovers to these distant strangers? I thought we'd make it till the end. We used to dance till the early morning downtown. We were going somewhere, anywhere but here. We couldn't stop our hearts from breaking. This thing that we were chasing slipped out the door and disappeared. But we'll carry on, yeah, we'll carry on. You know that everybody hurts at the end of the day. That's how you learn to love. We'll carry on when the feeling's gone. You know that everybody hurts at the end of the day. That's how you learn to love. Now I met somebody and you met somebody and we met somebody like we never happened at all, but hey, that's how you learn to love. Now I met somebody and you met somebody and we met somebody like we never happened at all, but hey, that's how you learn to love. Sometimes you have to hurt.
All right, let me pause here really quick. I'm really liking this so far. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of vocoder, so that immediately is something that I was enjoying quite a bit when hearing. Pretty much right off rip, especially because during those the first vocals, when it was actually like a layer between either a very tight vocoder mixed with a more spread out one, or it was just auto-tune. I'd have to re-listen to be sure. But either way, I like that layering with that at the very beginning, and then the sudden cutoffs where there's no really backing production. It was just vocals and vocal production, and then it would just kind of get back into it and then cut off again. I really, really love when artists actually do that. I don't know, something about the sudden stops where everything cuts out can be so satisfying, and I think it definitely is with this one, especially because it starts like very strong immediately. There's no like build up at all, it just gets straight to it. So then I think that makes it even kind of more impactful that they would do that so soon, because usually when you get those sudden cutoffs, they tend to be a little further along in the song, like halfway through and onwards. So that definitely caught me off guard, but it sounded good. I do like the vocals. I like all the effects being used. So far, so good. And yeah, thank you so much, 15th Band. I appreciate it. With Loss. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'll do that one up next. Throw that as a fast pass. And then Royalty Blue, I also appreciate that. Thank you very much. With A Witch, Fear Us featuring a Joey Badass feature. That's actually crazy. And RZA. Dang. It's been a little bit since we've heard A Witch too. But that's exciting. Okay. Joey Badass is an interesting artist because some things I really like by him, and then other things I'm like, whatever. But there's a couple songs that he does that I really, really like. There's one that he samples Doom, MF Doom with. I forget what it's called, but it has a Pinky in the Brain snippet in the song, which goes incredibly hard. Yeah. And I think that was one of my most played songs for a while. There we go. There's a Bop Lovely mix too. I agree. Hey, how's it going, Radio Friendly? Welcome back. Welcome back. Stand By Me by Oasis. Okay, R4, if you hit the exclamation point and then submit all one like word, then it'll show up with a link, or you can go into the description down below and it'll also have a link to get to those song requests. So that like actually put in your song request. Okay, anyways. Let's get back to this song. It's been a long enough break here.
But hey, that's how you learn to love. Sometimes you have to hurt so that you can heal. There's a lesson hiding in the tears. 'Cause when times get tough, we gotta get back up and try to break these walls and fight our fears. Just let us dance till the early morning. Downtown we were going somewhere, anywhere but here. We couldn't stop our hearts from breaking. This thing that we were chasing slipped out the door and disappeared. But we'll carry on, yeah, we'll carry on. You know that everybody hurts at the end of the day. That's how you learn to love. We'll carry on when the feeling's gone. You know that everybody hurts at the end of the day. That's how you learn to love. Now I met somebody and you met somebody and we met somebody like we never happened at all. Happened at all. But hey, that's how you learn to love. Now I met somebody and you met somebody and we met somebody like we never happened at all. Happened at all. But hey, that's how you learn to love. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. You know that everybody hurts at the end of the day. That's how you learn to love. We carry on. When the feeling's gone. You know that everybody hurts at the end of the day. That's how you learn to love.
Yeah, overall very solid song. I feel like it both does some really interesting things, but also stays very, I don't want to say safe, that's not quite the word I'm going to, but it like the cutoffs that I was talking about at the beginning, like that's a unique thing. Otherwise I think it kind of stays in a, I guess, a safer area of music. It doesn't do anything like too insane past that, but I'm not even complaining about that. I'm just kind of saying what I'm noticing. But I do really, really enjoy it. This type of song, though, is kind of a, dare I say, a guilty pleasure for me, where they're, well, they might not be the most complex songs, they sound incredible, and I just really, really like the mix of pop and this semi, like, EDM electronic sound. Definitely a big fan of that. Like, I really like artists like Kygo. Kygo is an incredible artist. This actually reminded me a little bit of this song that Kygo does with Rita Ora. I think it's called Carry On, which is word that is, or phrase that was used multiple times in this song, so it immediately stood out to me because it's not only in the same genre, but it also has similar lyrics in that regard. But yeah, definitely a very solid song. Adding this to my playlist. Let me do that really quick. Especially because this is a brand new artist for me. Both of them are. I'm assuming John DeSone is the producer, and then obviously Hannah Firm is the singer. Okay. When did this come out, by the way? Oh, this is 2020 when that came out. Kygo is goated. Heck yeah. His remix of No Diggity, no doubt, is legendary. I actually don't think I've heard that. I don't know if I've heard the original, though, either. I don't want to, like, pose as, like, the biggest Kygo fan in the world, because I haven't heard, like, everything he's made. But I've heard a decent amount, and I've liked, like, really liked all the songs that I've heard that he's done, or had his, like, hand in the pot in. Okay. Let me mark that one off the list, and then we'll get to these fast passes. So first we have 15th Bin's track, which, by the way, links for some reason don't go through with Fourth Wall anymore. I'm pretty sure they used to, and but it doesn't accept like certain characters. It just like pretends doesn't exist. Okay, I think I found it though immediately. So you can correct me. I'll take off the watermark. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one. Congrats on getting the paper done, Katrina. Man, that's one thing. It's weird because I both miss and don't miss doing papers in college. There's one memorable one though that I did on what exactly was it? I know it was very music centric. But I don't remember exactly what it was. But it was like a 28-page paper where I actually lost a letter grade because I did it 8 pages over the limit. Just because I wanted to keep on writing, and I was like, whatever. At that point, I didn't care because it just dropped from an A to a B, and in general, my GPA was already really high, so it didn't really affect me a whole lot. But that paper was super memorable because I enjoyed writing it. So that it's like a lot of the papers that I got more free will over what I was writing about, I really liked doing. I just really hated doing papers that I didn't want to do, that were like required. That was his first banger, Ed Sheeran and Passenger. I didn't even know that Ed Sheeran did a song with Passenger. No Diggity and Thrift Shop Kygo remix. Just search that afterwards. You're welcome. Alright. Thanks for hooking me up with that. I did a request. Alright, perfect, R4. Once I get through these fast passes, I will be going back to that free request queue. Okay. Anyways, though. We've got 15th Bin with the song Loss. Let's hear it. These synths kind of remind me of like Journey or ELO. Maybe Toto. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta pause really quick because, well, we're listening to the song called "Loss" with like the pictures of like the crying kids and everything, and destroyed buildings. We got the disco lights going on, and which, by the way, thank you, Royalty Blue. I appreciate it. Holy cow, I'm dying. It just all right, anyways, let me get back to it. Nice. Very, very nice. I was thinking about pausing it again earlier, but I figured I would just let it play out through the rest. Yeah, I think you did a good job, as always, with this song. I do like how the build-up, while it is very slow, you do add little elements kind of throughout. More so, definitely heavier on the back end of the song. Especially one thing that really stuck out to me was when you added the grittier guitar and more like the more distorted sounding guitar section right there towards the last like minute or so, somewhere around that mark. And that kind of really helped build up to the, like it felt like we were getting to a nice conclusion to the song at that point, where it built up into a very full sounding track and everything was just kind of coming together. I also like the whatever the percussion is that's throughout the song. Kind of reminds me of a clock, the bum 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 bum, that I really enjoy. And it also especially in the first half before it really started picking up, when you could hear it a lot more clear, it was kind of reminiscent of like some, it feels like it could be like in some video game soundtrack or something, and I mean that as a compliment if it's not clear. So that in like the best way possible. Just overall very solid playing. I also appreciate that you added more vocals towards the last part. I noticed you had like synthesized vocals, like a synth choir is somewhere towards the beginning. Maybe it was kind of more throughout, but at least in the beginning. And then you added your real vocals right there towards the end to kind of add to that build up, add to that fullness of that last section of the song. So good job on that. I think that sounded good. I also, before even the quotes came up, you made it very clear what message you're trying to get across. Although I was more so looking at it based on your video as like kind of, it doesn't matter necessarily where you come from, everybody's sort of affected by war in some way or another. Especially, this is a very relevant track given modern times, what's going on throughout the world. Multiple wars going on, as per usual, as they do. But yeah, I think you did a good job portraying that meaning, and I think the track matches that well. Yeah, everybody loses in war, and that's kind of what I got from that song title, Lost. So yeah, and also very solid track, or very solid quote. When the rich wage war, it's the poor who die, or when the rich make war. However you want to read it. I've heard it both ways. Yeah, overall, very good stuff. And good job once again. Let me link it so everybody can show some love really quick. There we go. Everybody make sure to leave a like and comment on that. Oops. There we go. Of course, 15th pin. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sending it in. And thanks for the dono. You know you don't have to do that whenever you stop by with the song, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Alright, let me scroll up in chat because it's like a bit has been going on. This one had to be 12 to 15 and it was a tiny bit of a nightmare. Yeah, as soon as the papers are over 4 pages is when I was kind of like, I don't necessarily like that I have to do this. Except for when I did like it, which wasn't super often. Developmental psychology. Excuse me, I'm burping a bit. Psychiatric counseling for for developers. Because they need it. Yeah, I agree. As a bit of a, I guess I wouldn't necessarily, my job title wouldn't necessarily be developer at this point, but I'm in that vein. TA at MIT, and I'm getting my 3rd associates. I teach web design and philosophy in the dev psych as they need a class to graduate this fall. Jeez, dang, you got a lot going on with that. But early congrats on the on the graduation upcoming in about like 6-8 months. Cloud architect. My sister's a doctor of sociology and psych, but it is a professor now. I teach incarcerated and formerly incarcerated computer skills for when they are released to help them get a portfolio together. Class called Brave Behind Bars. I love it. Oh, that is quite the specific job. Like, Definitely do need to have quite the background to be able to do that. Heck yeah, everybody showing love. Okay. Anyways, on to the next Fast Pass, which, by the way, let me throw your other song up there, Royalty, into the Fast Pass queue, which is So Yang, I Pray for Your Eternity, featuring Vincent Blue. Vincent Blue. That sounds like a familiar name. I might be just confusing that with Vince Staples, though. Okay, yeah, I just looked him up on Spotify. I don't immediately recognize him. Okay, but now we've got Awitch Furus featuring Joey Badass and RZA, which I actually do know all of these artists. Which doesn't usually happen with tracks with this many people on it. Granted, I'm not like super familiar with Awitch or RZA yet. Like, I've heard a little bit from both, but nothing like, not a full discography by any means. Joey Badass, I've at least heard 1 or 2 albums, so I've heard a decent amount of him, so I definitely am more familiar with him over the others.
Get a personalized rate.
Oh yeah, I need that watermark back on. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's do this.
Feels like the world's watching you. Wanna make a change, what's stopping you? Yeah. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? Yeah. The future's in front of you. I won't tell the youth nothing but the truth, no. Truth is they fear us. Truth is they fear us. Yeah, they end the red dot on the heart of a lion. Been through the fire and back to my bio. God used to test me, define the defiance. Black, brown, yellow earth, how you see the science? You could kind of butcher shop, we can really chop it up. I'm just trying to make it out, they keep us on the chopping block. Grandpa told me war stories, how they gave up on OT. Now them GIs my homies, and trust me, I seen them cry like, how we gonna fight the war for a country that brings us? Yeah. How we gonna change the world when we can't even change ourselves? What do we fear the most? To be blinded and lost, so we hurt each other. Freedom is our goals. Who the fuck think you are? I had to ask my heart. So much weight on my shoulder, I can never sleep no more.
Feel like the world's watching you. Wanna make a change, what's stopping you? Yeah. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? The future's in front of you. I won't tell you nothing but the truth, no. Truth is they fear us. Truth is they fear us.
Got me on my fight the power shit. What are we supposed to fight the power with? I ain't equipped to go to war with politics. And I really can't afford a scholarship. Mama thought I'd never see colleges. Now I'm giving lectures for all the kids. Use my mind like a weapon, it's all it is. Just trying to spread the message, it's all legit. Yeah, yeah. Tell me how we gonna change the world when we can't even change ourselves? And how we gonna fight a war for a country that bring us here? Think we need some help? Pray to God I won't fail. No, might as well free my brothers in the jail, living in the cell, only time to tell.
Feel like the world's watching you.
All right, let me pause really quick. Getting a similar theme here from this and the last one. So what a little coincidence. Maybe I'm assuming it's a coincidence. But yeah, I think this sounds so far very good. It's very much a traditional sounding hip hop track rather than like it doesn't feel quite as modern as a lot of other rap tracks recently in recent times. But it kind of makes sense because Joey Badass tends to be more on a traditional hip hop sound based on what I've heard. So it kind of immediately adds up. And also it feels reminiscent of that Black Eyed Peas song. What is that called? I know it's a song I've reacted to a long time ago. Let me pull it up really quick because it's one of their top ones. Oh yeah, Where's the Love? To me, it kind of gives off similar vibes to that, especially when you get this trio here. And Black Eyed Peas, Black Eyed Peas is a weird group because it always feels like it's a couple people with features, just because the group is a pretty diverse sounding group. And since they all have like their own different parts in a lot of their songs, so that's kind of feeding into the vibes that I'm getting off of this, except for obviously theirs is more focused on the pop sound, while this is definitely more hip-hop, but both kind of in the similar vein. Either way, really liking this so far. We'll get to the last looks like 2 minutes. Let's hear it.
Living in the cell, only time to tell. Feel like the world's watching you. Wanna make a change, what's stopping you? Yeah. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? The future's in front of you. I won't tell you nothing but the truth. Truth is they fear us.
Truth is they fear us. Let your light shine through the trials of time until you illuminate the darkest space inside your mind without a dimmer. We shimmer so the world can see the splendor and the glimmer of our glory from the outer to the inner. Being, seeing is believing, giving and receiving the life that guides the human beings, thus free and self-bondage from carnal carnage. Let your light shine, give God the homage. A circle in a circle, a wheel within the wheel, always shining, always spinning, enlightened. All that's real, draw it up to a fine mist and let it distill. I see the future from a lighthouse over the hill.
Tell me how we gon' change the world when we can't even change ourselves.
And how we gon' fight the war for a country that bring us help?
Think we need some help.
Better God, I won't fail.
Might as well free my brothers in the jail, living in the cell, only time will tell.
Feels like the world's watching you. Wanna make a change, what's stopping you? Yeah. What are you scared of? What are you scared of?
Yeah. The future's in front of you.
I won't tell you nothing but the truth, no.
Truth is they fear us.
Truth is they fear us.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with this last section, but yeah, as a whole, I do enjoy that song quite a bit. Out of the verses, I like the third verse the most. I think RZA's vocals there on that one specifically fit the actual production a bit better than the prior two verses. But that being said, I think they all sound good. I just think his is like, it's like the perfect mix with that sound. It just adds up nice and, well, nice and sweet and nice, however you want to say it, one way or the other. But I think it just fits well. I do like the theming. It's a very I almost want to say a traditional theming, because that's been a theme of music probably since music has existed, as anti-war songs, but definitely for like the last 100 years or so at the very least. So it has a very familiar vibe just based on that alone. But yeah, it's always nice to hear some classic hip-hop sounds brought into the modern world, because you don't hear it quite as often as you used to. Maybe it's going to start making a comeback now that trap rap is starting to kind of fizzle out and go away, thankfully. Don't have a whole lot against all trap rap, but we had specifically that and a lot of gangster rap and a whole lot of just modern rap styles that I think I don't like quite as much as I do like 90s hip-hop. But yeah, good song. Dak just had a meltdown about burning my muffins. No, not the muffins. Phone died too. It's been a week. I swear my phone dies each stream. It's at least half. Alrighty. Anyways, I'll mark. Oh, I guess I don't have to mark that one off. And then up next, we have another song from Royalty Blue, which is another So Yang song. We always love a good old So Yang song up in here. I Pray for Your Eternity, featuring Vincent Blue. Holy cow. It feels crazy seeing a So Yang song with only 21,000 views. I guess we're pretty early to it though too. Gonna get into my pajamas and forget about this week. I wish I could do the same. Last week extends into the upcoming week for me, unfortunately. You know what? I have chamomile tea too. I need what Ratty's on. Heck yeah, yeah. Chamomile tea is great, especially when the lavender is thrown in there. Mwah, beautiful. Okay. Without further ado, let's get into it. So Yang, I Pray for Your Eternity, featuring Vincent Blue. Oh, I already love this guitar production.
I'll never say goodbye, 'cause we never really talked much. But I know you're always kind to me. I pray for your eternity.
I never had dreams of you. We never had laughters. There's not much of times with you. I pray for your eternity. You'll fly above that blue sky, higher than the angels. You'll shine brighter than those stars. You live like the angels. Do 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 do.
I pray for your eternity.
Alright, let me pause here really quick. First of all, I want to say I really like this song. This might be my... I know I'm saying this only halfway through. This might be my favorite So Yang song, though. I do really, really like the production. It's simple, but it fits. And sometimes that's all you need. You need just a simple production that just fits the song really well. And I think this definitely does. Excuse me. But yeah, both vocalists are obviously very talented, especially So Yang. So Yang never lets us down, and always usually sounds, well, I don't know why I threw the usually in there. Literally always sounds good. And also, I was, while listening to it, I was thinking, man, this song would fit perfectly as like ending credits to there's this anime called To Your Eternity. Just so happens to have a similar name to the lyrics of this song, and it just gives off the vibes that it fit so well in the ending credits to each episode on that. Which, by the way, I think might be coming out with a new season soon, or already started putting out episodes. I'm not actually sure. Very good anime though, just very sad. Very sad. But yeah, I'm liking the vibes of this one a lot. It's reminding me of another artist that I don't think I'll be able to find just by searching through my Spotify, because I'm pretty sure all of her music is it's like written in another language. Her name, there's no like English translation like when you actually search it up. So it's an artist I really like, but I never know how to pronounce their name. or any of the song titles. Huh. I don't know. If I ever, if I can somehow find it, I'll let you know. But for now, I'll just get back to the track.
Do you remember 그때 그러면 you dropped your tears on that warm, hot, red, deep water. So sorry for I didn't know your heart. I pray for your eternity. You'll fly above the blue sky, higher than the angels. You'll shine brighter than those stars, 'cause you live like angels.
Damn it, he's hitting that falsetto. Holy cow.
I was so lucky to have you in my life. Tell me that you're perfectly happy. Let me see your smile. You fly above the blue sky, and higher than the angels. You shine brighter than those stars, 'cause you live like
I pray for your eternity.
Cool. Yeah, I really, really like that song quite a bit. I think that Soyoung does a good job at matching his vocal style on this one, because usually I feel like she does a lot more just like powerful vocal runs in her own music, like a good chunk of the time, or it's not as like pop centric sounding. Like it sounds more of either like an 80s sound, or maybe even a little bit, I don't want to put too much emphasis on this, but maybe even a little bit of opera. But it feels like she's matching his vocal style really well on this one, so they're able to hit nice harmonies. He's also hitting some really nice falsettos throughout that song. Some of them were actually insane. Like they were really, really, really good sounding, and they both had really nice vocal runs on this. He actually had a few that surprised me that were just kind of thrown in very subtly. They're not like they're like there wasn't a lot of focus put on them. They were kind of a little bit further back in the mix when he was doing them, so that was slightly surprising that they didn't put a little bit more emphasis on those. But yeah, the song as a whole, simple but sounds incredible. Definitely need to add this to my playlist. I don't remember if I did already. Soyoung to your... Oh no, I Pray for Your Eternity. I was mixing it up with that anime title. There we go. And I believe this was my first time hearing Vincent Blue that I remember. There might have been another time and I just can't think of it. But I do really like him in this one. Her runs are gorgeous. I hard agree. Yeah, his voice. Is anyone else thinking of Benson Boone during this? It listens like Benson. I was not, but I also just... Whenever I hear the name Benson Boone, I immediately think of memes. So my brain's been fried a little bit. Oh, thank you so much, Royalty Blue. I appreciate it with another Fast Pass. Thank you very much. Alex Warren covering this. I don't know if I've heard much, if anything, from Alex Warren either. He also has a song called Eternity. We're gonna have like all sorts of eternities up in here. Okay. So up next we have Royalty Blue's other song, Genevieve, Heavenly, featuring Gio of Twice. Oh, of Twice. Twice is something that stands out to me a lot because I had a friend, I haven't talked to him in years now, which is actually crazy to think about. who really liked Twice. He was like a super fan. Because I remember he tried to get me to go down to Texas to see a show with him. He was like trying to get anybody and everybody to go to that show with him, and I was like, man, I actually thought about it for a second, but I'm like, I don't know this group at all, and also that's a solid at least 8-hour drive, and then on top of that, that costs money. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of immediate connection whenever I see Twice. And it's weird because I really haven't heard much from them at all. Okay. Let me mark off that last one while I'm at it. There we go. But I don't think I've heard Genevieve before. Holy cow, 2.1 million views in just 2 weeks. There we go. You like Britpop? I would say I do. I mean, I'm not super... I don't know everything that exactly Britpop would encapsulate. I have an idea, but it's not a common genre that's thrown around. But I would say I do. But also, I pretty much like everything. There's like some like partial genres here and there I'm not quite as big on. But at the very least, I can listen to most genres and find things to enjoy. That being said, of course, there's some songs here and there I just do not get into. Britpop slaps. Yep, I cannot agree. Wait a minute. I cannot agree less, as in... Wait, you don't agree that Britpop slaps? 80s, 90s sound for the song? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Just seeing that... Excuse me. Just seeing that first frame of that car driving by kind of gives off that vibe immediately. Where I just had it like this right here. It's kind of just that, that camera angle. But anyways... Let's actually get into the song. We've got Genevieve Heavenly featuring Gio of Twice. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right.
I just don't know why I think of you when I close my eyes.
Yeah, I hit you with that funk.
To stay on my mind. Swear say goodbye, something to 100 times. Wants to be my favorite lie. You must be an angel, love struck if you can't tell. I think I found a reason to believe I'm under his spell. I wish somebody wonders, when did he get this gorgeous? Now running around in circles, brainstorming how to solve things. City and night, baby, let's roll.
Alright, let me pause here really quick. Definitely a very funky sounding song right off rip. You can definitely hear those 80s, 90s vibes that you were talking about, Royalty. Like, very, very quickly and immediately you can hear those. But overall, it's got a nice flow to it. I do like that production quite a bit. Like, there's one other thing that I wanted to say that I just lost. I might have to sit and think about that while I'm listening to the last half of the track, and hope that it comes back to me, because I felt like it was kind of important. Yeah, I guess I'll have to see. I hate when that happens. Need you to listen to some Youngblood inspired Britpop like Lovesick Lullaby. So we got some Youngblood Britpop. Speaking of Youngblood, I just posted a video like right before I started streaming of Youngblood. Well, it was one of the songs we reacted to a little while back. Man, Hello Heaven, or Hello Heaven, Hello. Very, very solid song. I like that one a lot. While I was listening back to it while posting it. What am I looking at? 1 second, everybody. I don't know if I just saw a spider crawling across my desk. I've lost it, and I don't like it. I don't like that I lost whatever that was. It was small enough that it could have been like an ant or something, though. I hope it was just an ant. Okay. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the desk every now and then, but let's get back to the track. Okay, cool. Yeah, overall, I'd say that's a pretty good song. I did remember what I was thinking of. It's those violins that are used in this track. I don't think they're real. I don't know what they are, though, either. They might be real and just have some really heavy effects on them. But they're awkward sounding. I'm not saying like they're awkward sounding like in the context of the song necessarily. Just in general, because it's like they're almost a violin, but I don't know what they are either. I don't know if there's some sort of behind the scenes for this. I'm curious because it does not sound like something I've really heard before. But it could just be a bunch of effects thrown on them. I really don't know. But yeah, back to the like talking about the song as a whole. I'd say it's pretty solid throughout. I did like both of their vocals on this quite a bit. They keep it low key. They keep it simple to match that vibe that the track's giving off with the production and just kind of that funky 80s 90s sound. That being said, I do wish it went a little bit more explosive or did something else with the bridge. I think it could have expanded more and I would have liked it even more than what I do now. Kind of like BG style, where they tend to have some crazy switch up or do something towards the middle of their songs. That kind of give it a little bit more oomph and just make it a little bit more interesting and varied. But that being said, a good low-key song like this, even if a bit repetitive, can still be very solid. And I did enjoy this one. Just I think it could have used a little bit more towards the middle, but I don't want to harp on that too much because it's still a very good song without that. And yeah, once again, I do want to highlight that I do like both their vocals. Especially Genevieve, just because I hadn't heard of her until now. So to get introduced to another good vocalist is always a good thing. Hate my country because y'all $10 is like $100, and I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, how's it going, Valeria? What's up? That song of his, that was my first request of his songs I asked of you. Yeah, I remember you requesting it, and it still might be my favorite that he's put out in retrospect that I've heard so far. You're good, Mandy. I feel like all of tonight has been kind of an off night for me. So I definitely get it. Yeah, Rosie Blue, you can keep them coming if you want to. That's up to you, though. Excuse me. Okay. Were you trying to squeeze that in before I get to these, is that why you're asking, to try to squeeze it in before I get to the next free request? And I'm getting very close. Down to like here in my mug. Alright, I'll give you a second then, Royalty. Just so then you don't have to wait around. There we go. And actually, this will be a good time for me to fill up my cup. Might actually undo my healthy tea with a soda. So let me beat RB and then we'll get back to it. Where's my BRB button? There it is. So I will be right back in like a couple minutes. I'm back. Oh, there the chat does its thing. You hit the max request, Royalty Blue? Yeah, I don't know, banks tend to have an issue with fourth wall. They don't like multi-requests. I need to like provide a secondary link or something to some other payment processing thing. The issue is I usually like fourth wall the most because I get most of the money back, like way more than most of their services. But also it's a little bit more self-contained and it's easier to go through, especially when it comes to tax season. soda do you think he'll bring back? Coke? I say ginger ale. Ginger ale's an interesting guess. Well, you're both wrong. It's cherry Pepsi in a Starbucks cup. I've been on a cherry Pepsi bender recently because I hadn't had it in so long. It's a top tier soda. It's so good. I will say I do like myself some Coke. Coke is delicious. It's definitely also top tier. And ginger ale, I used to really, really love ginger ale. Now I think it's fine. I haven't drank it in a long time though. I used to drink it when I was sick, so that's probably why. If I was sick, I'd always drink ginger ale, so then it's like, maybe that has affected my adult brain. Yeah, NC Dad was running into that issue as well. Usually it's once you get those multi-requests in there, that's when Fourth Wall's like, eh. Or really not Fourth Wall, it's usually the banks. The banks are like, this is a scam. I can assure you it's not, but I don't think Fourth Wall is a popular enough service for them to have it cleared automatically. Like PayPal is. Especially because it's technically buying an item and not just sending over a payment directly. Okay, anyways though. Looks like we'll actually be getting to a free request then. Unfortunately for Royalty Blue, again, I apologize about that. But let me get the wheel going. Yeah, calm down with the generosity, Big Spender. Which, of course, I do want to mention again, I do appreciate all the donos, tips, things like that. They do help me out a lot. Okay. So, we've got all these names in here. Oh yeah, Mandy, I'll throw your name in there. Okay. Let me take off the watermark, and let's spin it! And we've got Bryberg. Bryberg, are you in the chat? Are you still here? We'll give it a minute. Of course, Mandy. I feel like I'm definitely lower on screen today. I need to... I think it's a little bit better. I also need to rearrange. So I have a chair mat underneath this to kind of protect the carpet a bit and make moving around easier. It's like every time I move around, it slowly nudges that way towards my desk. So I'm running out of space to actually move back and around with, off to my sides and everything. I'm gonna have to take some time to move that. One last call for Bryberg, and then I'll spin it again and get to the next one. Alrighty. Looks like we'll be on to the next one. 3, 2, 1. Let's spin it. And we've got R4. R4, are you still here? No, you're talking not too long ago. R4, R4, R4. Reminds me of R2, like R2-D2 from Star Wars. Which, by the way, has anybody in here seen Mandalorian and Grogu? I've heard it's not great, but I'm gonna be a little bit of a hypocrite and watch it anyways. I say I'm a hypocrite because I made a video on one of my alt channels talking about how people should not watch Star Wars if they've heard that it's gonna be bad, just to stop feeding the Disney machine of making bad Star Wars stuff. But I think it's gonna be something I like, just because I know it has a lot of characters I enjoy from the animated series, like multiple animated series. So I'm hoping I enjoy it. R4, are you still here? I'm trying to give him more of a shot since he was really in here for most of the time. Hope I didn't miss much. Been running around a lot. And not seen it yet. Yeah, I'm hoping I enjoy it though, when I finally get the chance to watch it. It'll also be like the first thing I've watched Star Wars wise, like new, for a while, because last thing I watched I think was either Bad Batch or Ahsoka, whichever one came out last. And I don't even remember anything from Ahsoka. All the live action stuff has been kind of crap recently. Okay, looks like we're on to the next one. 3, 2, 1, let's spin it. And we've got Valeria. Valeria, are you still here? I will say with when it came to the ads for Mandalorian and Grogu, they did not do a good job. At least for the first one. I remember when their initial trailer, me as a huge Star Wars fan, I didn't see it till I think after the Super Bowl, and they released the trailer months before. So that kind of tells you just how poorly that trailer did, because I see everything Star Wars and I never saw it. I've heard it's basically 3 episodes strung together to make the movie. That's kind of what I assumed going into it. That's why I think that I won't mind it, is because that's fine. As long as it's not season 3 episodes, and it's more like season 1 or 2. Because season 1 and 2 were significantly better than season 3. I'll have to put the request in free request. Yeah, sounds good, Royalty. Again, sorry that it didn't go through. I'll have to look at my options. There we go. There's Valeria. Okay, perfect. I was just about to move on, so you made it just in time. Let's see what you've got for us tonight. Mala La Garfield. I gotcha. Is this like Garfield the cat?
With SafeLight, you can get that fixed now and pay later.
There we go. Put that watermark back on. Yeah, phew. Yeah, nothing special. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll enjoy it. Literally, as long as it's more like season 1 and 2 episodes and not the random BS in season 3. Jeez, I could rant about new Star Wars so much. They've really messed up so much stuff. It aggravates me. It aggravates me so bad. But anyways, before I go down that spiral, let's get into this track. We've got La Garfield, Mala.
Ella viene de noche y se va, caminando arrastrando los tacones, y la van a invitar a pasar, y la van a invitar a tomarse una copa tarde, y tratarán de que no se vaya nunca. Ella lleva en los ojos al mar y lo deja olvidado por las noches, y la vida le viene igual. Anda sola y se mueve por los rincones negros de la ciudad, para que nadie pueda verla. Ella dice que a todo su amor lo han dejado ya muy acostumbrado a olvidarlo sin explicación, a dejarlo roto y solo en la
pause here real quick. I need to learn whatever that key sound is that they're playing on the keyboard, because I know there's got to be a name for it, and I hear it in a lot of songs, and it's one of my favorite like styles of keys. I'm pretty sure it's mostly just used on synth type or digital keyboards, but I honestly don't know for sure. Either way though, I really love it, and I just want to know what it's called. I have no idea. I know it's in that video game Schedule 1 in that soundtrack a lot, but it's also used here. I love that so much. But yeah, so far my favorite part of the song has actually been this instrumental section. I love the guitar work, love the introduction of the sax and the horns just kind of thrown in there too to give it that extra oomph in the second half. Good sounds for sure. The first half, I'd say it's pretty good. I don't think it does anything super crazy, but it doesn't need to, especially because it's kind of building into the bridge, and the bridge is like the high part. The bridge and onwards, I'm assuming the last part of the song kind of incorporates what was happening into the bridge into like one final chorus or something like that. But yeah, very solid song. Is smooth. I agree. It is a smooth kind of just slower song, I guess. It's funny because I feel like we've gotten a decent amount of kind of slower in songs tonight. I think almost all of them have been, really, minus what, Scrim? No, never mind. Well, no, yeah, I'd say most songs have been on the slower end, other than mostly Scrim and the John Desone and Affirm song from earlier. Really hope I get a spot tonight. I've been waiting to do this for weeks. You'll have your socks blown off, or should. You're crazy if not. I was about to kick up my feet. I don't got socks on right now. Alright, anyways though. Yeah, in the Ricky Bobby song. That's also right, Small Fox. That one also wasn't slow. So we had 3 faster paced ones. Otherwise, I'd say most of the other ones were either on the slow end or kind of slow-ish. Okay, let's get back to it. Heck yeah. Yeah, very solid song. Definitely enjoyed it throughout. I don't have a whole lot more to add from what I was talking about earlier, but yeah, just good song. I guess, yeah, I do like that. Just, I was kind of assumed it was going to do that, but I do like that it built that bridge into that final chorus. I think it really needed to, so I'm really happy it did. Ooh, which, by the way, I just now saw it. It's impossible to see for you guys, but my song Midnights in Soho hit 400 views. Heck yeah. It's exactly at 400 right now. Big news. Alrighty. Anyways, we'll get back to the free spin. Royalty, I'll get your name on there too now. There we go. Okay. Let's spin it. Hey, it looks like we've got Katrina, which I see are in chat. Excuse me. And let's see what you had. Sold Out Hardy. Both are great, but the second one has a twist halfway through. Is there one that you preferred over the other? I can do either or, but... Spins on you, I throw it over to you. Are you sure? Speaking of NASCAR, Rip Kyle Busch. I literally just heard about that today. I've seen so many stories recently of people dying from sepsis, and sepsis is starting to absolutely scare the crap out of me. Whichever. Yeah, give it to Mandy. All right. Let's figure this out real quick. Okay, so we're doing Mandy's song then? Okay. This is too confusing for me at 10:45 p.m. Okay. In that case, Mandy, what song did you have for us? You said you've been sitting on it for a few weeks, so we'll see. Okay, Is This Love by Alan Stone live at Bonnaroo. Bonnaroo. I like the name of that. Alan Stone. I'm wondering if I have any songs by him that I know of. Oh, I do have one song added by Alan Stone. Say So. I couldn't tell you what that song is. I added it in 2021. I really don't know what that is. I'm sure I could listen to it though and figure it out. That would have been, yeah, that would have been my last semester of high school though. So that was a while back. I saw him open for Chris Stapleton in 2023, Incredible Live. I do love myself some Chris Stapleton.
Get Drive My Way.
Oh yeah, I need that watermark back on. There we go. Okay. Let's hear it.
I wanna love you, just love and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night.
I can see why you would have opened for Chris Stapleton.
With a roof over my head, we'll share the shelter of my single bed. And is this love, this love that I'm feeling?
Damn.
And is this love, this love that I'm feeling? Oh, lay my cards on the table.
Alright, I'm gonna pause here really quick. I noticed he's doing this thing whenever he's singing that. He's like sticking out his tongue with every time he does it, which I can't think of a time that I've heard or seen somebody do that while singing, using their, like, actually sticking their tongue out to change the sound of their vocals. Usually it stays in the mouth, so that's definitely an interesting thing that might be pretty specific to him. And I mean, like, really sticking it out. He was like like full out pause. But either way, he sounds really good. Very, very similar to Chris Stapleton. He's like a younger Chris Stapleton with a little bit more of a pop tone in his voice. So he's not quite as raspy, not quite as Chris Stapleton-y sounding, I guess. I say that because he has a very, very unique voice up until apparently just now, where I realized that this guy actually sounds kind of similar to him. Not very many people have that sound in their voice, though. But yeah, this is really good so far. Yeah, the soul.
I wanna love you. I wanna just love and treat you right. I wanna love you, Bonnaroo, yeah. Never be thinking every night, and we'll be together with a roof over my head. We'll share the shelter, oh yeah, baby, on my single bed. And is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? And is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm
He's doing it again.
well, I am willing and I'm able, you know I am. So will I lay my heart on your table. Yeah, well, is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Hey! Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling?
That syncopated rhythm just caught me off guard.
Is this love? Is this love? Is this love?
Damn. Yeah. This guy's a very, very talented singer.
We love you so much, Bonnaroo.
We love you too. Yeah, that was a really, really good performance. Oh, it's actually posted by his channel too. I was expecting with this. Oh, it's a really old video. That explains that. yeah, very, very cool song. I think he's a very, very talented singer. Does sound pretty similar to Chris Stapleton, so that caught me off guard. Even though apparently I've heard him before back in 2021, but I couldn't tell you what that song sounded like. So this is essentially a first time reaction. Yeah, definitely good stuff. And yeah, I saw you mention it, Mandy, the choir edition. I was gonna actually mention that earlier and completely forgot. As a choir enjoyer, when choirs are kind of thrown into songs like this, that just, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. A very welcome addition that I'm all for, and I love that sound a ton. But yeah, anyways though, great song. I'm kind of curious what the studio version sounds like. Also, is this a cover or interpolation of some sort? I just feel like there's another song that has very similar lyrics where, like, especially with the "Is This Love That I'm Feeling" at the end. It feels like it's ringing a bell, but I'm not actually 100% certain. Oh, you said a song originally by Bob Marley. Okay, that explains that. I didn't even see you say that. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, something about this seems very similar or very familiar, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Okay, I'm gonna do one more spin on the wheel, which, R4, are you back? I'll throw your name back on the wheel if you are. I saw you. There we go. All right. Anyways, let me take that watermark off. And let's spin it. Spinderella, who's next? All right, in for the second try. We'll see if R4, are you here again? Are you here? I really hope so. For your sake. I'll give it a little bit, not quite as long as last time, but I'll give it a little bit. In the meantime, I actually do want to listen to a little bit of a snippet of that Say So song, just to see if I can remember what it is.
Feels like something special, so won't you tell me just how you feel? One little sign would be helpful to let me know that these feelings are real. Whatever the cause, you won't say so. Say so, say so.
I really don't remember the song, but I know why I would have liked it so much, and I do like this a lot now. It sounds very, very similar to a band called Lawrence. Or Lawrence the band is what they used to be called. If you haven't heard of them, especially Mandy, I think you would really like them. If you like that sound, because they're like a big band kind of group. So they have like a large, there's like 8 of them or something in one band, but they have some really, really good music. Man, there's one song that they have that I've listened to a million times that I can't think of off the top of my head. Let me pull it up really quick. Oh yeah, Do You Want to Do Nothing With Me? That's one of my all-time favorite songs. Man, I'm not used to the studio version. I always listen to the live version.
We're all looking for someone.
Man, a good song though. Okay. You've been watching my older lives? Well, I'm glad that you got to stop by. I'm here, just won't be able to respond for the next few minutes just in case. Okay, I got you, Birdflesh. This is true. I do also go live on Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So twice a week now. Who knows? Maybe in the future I'll expand that, but no promises as of now. That's for sure. Anyways, though. Looks like, unfortunately, R4 hasn't been here twice. So let's spin it for the final one of tonight. I feel like I still need to code my own version of the wheel, because this does, I feel like the wheel isn't truly random and has a higher chance to pick whoever's last on the list than what the other ones do. And it really wouldn't take that long to code it. Especially if I were to use AI. I guarantee that AI would be able to do it instantly now, which is insane to say. Because I'm using it way back, well, way back being 3 years ago. It would probably take a little bit of finagling to get it just right. Like a lot of manual stuff added in. Okay. So Royalty Blue, are you still here? Do a checkup on that. Nope, you're okay, you are here. Perfect. Okay. And you have Nona Shoot, the first take. Okay, gotcha. Let me pull that one up. Oh, that kind of worked out for you, Royalty Blue. I don't think I've heard this group before at all? Question mark? Unless you can think of a time I've heard of them before. I don't think I have. Nona. There we go. I'm such a coding nerd. Yeah, coding can be really fun. I haven't done it in a, well, I say I haven't done it in a while. I do it for my job, but it's not quite, it's hard to talk about what I do without, because it's such a niche job, right? So I don't like talking about a whole lot of what I do, just because it wouldn't be hard to find out, I don't think, where I worked if I talked about it too much. But I technically do coding. It just isn't necessarily always line-based. Tends to get into, similar to block-based block coding, but not quite. Okay. They're from Indonesia. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty, let me get the watermark on. Okay, which, by the way, I'm gonna knock down that guaranteed spot down to 0 just because I don't want any last minute ones thrown in. Because I've kind of been going into it just assuming I got one more after this. Alright, let's hear it. Nona Shoot, the first take version.
Konnichiwa, we are Nona. Nona Christy des. Nona Shaz des. Nona Baila des. Nona Esther des. And this is our first debut single, Shoot.
Oh, this is a debut.
First take. Udah siap belum? Let's go, B. I'm busy dancing, baby, while you keep on standing in my line. Stop, you don't wanna get no closer, 'cause a touch like mine might enjoy life. I know the look, I've seen it before, and I'm keep it cool. Got you right where I want you. Say what? How you like that, baby? You've been way too busy playing yourself, and nobody else won't see me coming, but I'm coming straight for the heart. Ha, ha, ha. You never seen us never looking this cute. My favorite part. Ha, ha, ha. I get to love you really else when you shoot. Hey, I'm in the truth that you don't test me, you know it's proof. Your ego ain't bulletproof. I'm coming straight for the heart. Ha, ha, ha. Want you to feel me take control over you. Trust me, I won't be.
Alright, let me pause here. I really, really, really like this one. Their vocals are phenomenal. Very, very, very clean. I don't care if there's any vocal effects thrown on there or not. They sound incredible. The production, simple, but has a nice beat to it. I don't know. It's something that I just like. I like it. Just the pop nature of it alone is super, makes it kind of immediately catchy. Then you throw their incredible vocals on top, and that's all you need. When you really get into the good vocalist territory, you don't need nearly as much production thrown underneath. And that's just the nature of it. A lot of it at that point you can put a heavy focus on the vocals instead of production when they're that good. But yeah, so far, really, really enjoying this one. It's super, super catchy sounding. I took an intro course in high school because I needed the credit, got confused fast. Yeah, I first took one class. My school, it was weird that they offered it because we didn't have like a whole ton of classes like that, but they had one coding class in middle school, and then I took 2 in high school, which one of them was a little bit less of a joke, but then there was the second one, which was a complete joke. I think the average score on they had like a final for it, and the average score across the state was like 30%, which is insane because I didn't do that class. Okay, so my teacher was basically giving up on life at that point. He really didn't want to teach anymore, so he literally told me and just the 2 other people in that class, do whatever, keep it $1.50. We played games almost every day, and I got like, I don't know, a 20% on that final test, which was insane because I didn't do anything in that until the very end. So I still barely did less than the rest of the state somehow. Tells you how bad that course was, though. Yeah, so the high school classes I had were not very helpful. First take is from Japan, and groups sing on the first take, no redo. So when you say that, are they like, is that also like, does that turn into their single then? Like their studio version is essentially this, or is this kind of a separate thing? Either way, still super cool. Yeah, I get it. I just took a Swift coding class from Apple, but I learned basic HTML, CSS, Python, C++, and all the other coding languages. Love watching my students create a site. I've never done Swift just because I've never really been in the Apple atmosphere, I guess. Apple sphere. But I've done HTML, CSS, Python. Yeah, I've done all those ones in C++. C++ is my favorite coding language. I always have really liked it. But I always kind of had an innate understanding for a lot of C++. Well, what I don't like is Java and JavaScript. I really don't like them. I don't understand them. Just because they're super wordy for what they are. So I shouldn't say I don't understand them. They just get very complicated very quick. A lot of the times because of how wordy they are for simple commands. But I'll stop trying to nerd out on that too much because I could complain about Java and JavaScript for a while, especially JavaScript. I really don't like JavaScript. Hey, comparing voices but girly with the ponytail sounds like Ariana Grande. Whoa. I do that a decent amount with a lot of Asian groups. To me, it's a compliment, though, when I do it, because there is a lot of them that sound like Ariana Grande, and Ariana Grande is an incredibly talented singer. She has a really good voice, and I like her singing a lot, so I can hear it, for sure. Okay, anyways, let me get back to it.
Trust me, I won't be gentle if you make me say it a second time. Before, and I'm keeping score. I got you around, oh yeah. How you like that, baby? You was way too busy playing yourself. Ain't nobody else won't see me coming, but I'm coming straight for the heart. You never seen us never looking this cute. My favorite part. I get to look at really else when I shoot. That you don't test me, you know it's proof. Your ego ain't bulletproof. I'm coming. Want you to feel me take control over you. I know that look, I've seen it before. Mouth on the floor, I got you round. Oh yeah, Japan, how you like that? You've been way too busy playing yourself, and nobody else won't see me coming, but I'm coming straight for the heart. You never seen a sniper looking so cute. My favorite part. I get to look you in the eyes when I shoot. I'm aiming at you, that you don't test me, you know it's smooth. Your ego ain't bulletproof. I'm coming. I'm aiming at you, that you don't test me, you know it's smooth. Your ego ain't bulletproof. I'm coming. Oh, and I bet you know I do. You know I do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I bet you know I do. How you like that, baby?
That was fun. That was so fun.
That was fun.
Okay.
And
Okay,
sushi.
ramen time.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
Sushi
Bye.
time.
Bye.
All right.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh, it's still going. Yeah, I really like that song. Again, something about that production, while it's not the most complex thing in the world, it's super catchy on its own. I like the very bright sounds that it puts off. It just hits that scratch for me just right. And then on top of that, you just get 4 very talented singers. I probably do actually like the far left singer the most, just because she does sound a lot like Ariana Grande. And once again, I'm a pretty big fan of hers, so that adds up. But that being said, they're all very talented. It's kind of like comparing this is, I would say, apples to oranges, but it's apples to apples, because they all are individually talented. Each of their voices are very good, just in slightly different ways. Yeah, very good song. Adding this to my playlist immediately. No Nah Shoot. Crazy that this is their first song. It's kind of crazy though how those girl and boy groups work in Asia, where they kind of, was it you, Royalty, that was telling me how that works? I know somebody was once, where essentially they kind of like train, like companies will train them up to be able to do these things, and then they just like start putting out music and see how it goes and just hope that it works out. C++ is definitely my way to go. I just built a program in JavaScript. Yeah, I could not get into JavaScript for the life of me. I had to do like 2 classes where you needed some of it, and luckily one of them was like a group project focused one, so other people were able to do that part for me. And then the other one, we were able to use templates, is actually for website design, where it's like I could have figured it out for that because it wasn't really that complicated, but it was, to be honest, that class specifically was kind of a throwaway class. It was an online class where at my school they just did not care for it very much. It's basically you just take it to take it and get a credit out of the way, unfortunately. I wouldn't have minded if it was a bit more in depth, because I think I could have learned more out of it. But I still got some stuff out of it, I guess. They sing their songs from the albums, and they sing on this platform to show their talent. Many artists go to Japan to sing on this platform to show they can sing rap. Okay, I gotcha. I like the premise of that a ton. You might have to send more of this channel then in the future, or whoever, because I do like that premise a lot. Coding nerd coming out of me. That was created for a different world, and JavaScript has been bolted on and expanded beyond usefulness, but it's just ubiquitous these days. Yeah, and I'll always be a hater of both of them. I like how I've been hearing for years, though, as I've been in school, that Python is going to completely take over, and that and then later on it was that Rust was going to take over, but they never get kicked out just because they don't have large enough libraries to actually take their places yet. I had one teacher who was like, no, it's probably going to be like 30 years before either C++ or Java gets taken away as like the mainstays. You're like Esther from Nona. Oh, okay, I gotcha. They train from a young age in Asia, so it's kind of like child actors or something, I guess. Random, but the bot accounts are out of control. I have at least 5 sub to me. There are some crazy bot accounts I'll see in comments underneath other people's videos. Luckily, I don't think I've ever had a bot comment that I know of. But I mean, sometimes it's impossible to tell. I know I've had them in the live streams though, and they're super annoying. Jeez, my eye's a little bit itchy. I teach Python every fall semester. Python is another language I did like. It just was I don't like it quite as much as C++. C++ feels a lot more to I was utilitarian. I almost said another word, which would have been completely different. A lot more utilitarian, and it feels like you can do everything you need to do fairly easily. Like, it's just as complex as it needs to be. It doesn't go too far past. How's it going? Turns off. Are we still doing spin to? No, this is actually the last one. I'm going on to the first and last guaranteed of the night, and I was just gonna call it there for this one. But welcome to the end of the stream though, nonetheless. The one I like that gets overlooked is PowerShell. I do like myself some PowerShell to some extent. I like doing some basic commands. I like pinging things and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. I think it gets kind of cool though when you're doing more complex things with PowerShell. I had a project. It's cool in retrospect, but days, if not weeks, of fiddling around with PowerShell, Bash, and I think it was JavaScript at the time actually. Which that must have been a different JavaScript project that I can't remember. Whatever it was, it did not want to work for the life of me, and it'd be like, oh, you're missing this, oh, you're missing this, and there was like no documentation on how to do the things that I needed to do, and I was like, what the heck do I even do? It literally took ages to try to figure it out. I was losing my mind because the combination between Bash, PowerShell, and JavaScript was like just made it a million times harder. Anyways though, let me pull up this track. These words by TJ Sanders, sent in by Small Fox. Okay. Let's hear it. That is a loud intro. Have a great night, Katrina. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. The hometown outside of the realest, the lone riders, the best kept secret that finally broke silence. I've been trying to stop from running from my problems, burning up the ties and throwing on my blinders. I'm just keeping my eyes on the horizon. I already know they can't keep up. The ones giving lip I never see them, but I keep it on my hip if I need one. Sweet home on the license plate, running from what I can't change. Only so much I can take. I ain't a shooter, but I got it in case. Secrets I'll take to my grave. The Lord might not clear my name, but these words you can take to the bank. Some rules meant to break, some to live by.
All right, let me pause. Pausing a little early on, but I'm liking this one a lot so far. I think he's got a really good voice, and I don't know, it's just kind of hitting right for me, I guess, right now. I really don't have a whole lot to say at the moment, other than that I am enjoying it. This is the first time we've heard TJ Sanders on his own, though, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. I just want to double check. Because he's also part of TrailerMade, I think. I lose track, so... Oh yeah, there's the TM. I realized when people were commenting on mine, you included Small Fox. I was like, oh, TM is TrailerMade. And it came together, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Also, my headphones just popped. Is the instrumental remix of an existing song? I'm not sure. Okay. He's the newest TrailerMade. Okay, I gotcha. I'll try to pay attention to the instrumental more.
Homie switch sides and sway like wind chimes. 9 to 5 mentality is hard to comprehend now. I hope they can get by. Broke chains to get mine. Only gonna play out in time. The hunger inside and overgrew the battle outside. They find it out now.
Oh, it's an electronic pop song, isn't it? That it's using. Oh wait. No, that is something from like a pretty popular song, I'm pretty sure. Or something really similar at the very least. Oh my gosh, what is that? It's like there's a specific sound of that guitar that's used in like some... Oh my... Okay, I'm gonna think on it while listening to. Let me go back.
To get mine, only gonna play out in time. The hunger inside and overgrew the battle outside. They find it out now. Gon' play with this guy and don't say this shit fire. I'm gon' take what's been mine. I'm OJ if it's crime. Pedal to the metal when the door shut. Headed to
Another
a place
OJ
they'll
line.
know us. I ain't looked back since Locha Poker. The future getting closer. Everything I need in the backseat case. Only thing I seen in the past 3 days. That's the same old shit as roadkill and white lies. Like everything left behind. Sweet home on the license plate. Running from what I can't change. Only so much I can take. I ain't a shooter, but I got it in case. Secrets I'll take to my grave. The Lord might not clear my name, but these words you can take to the bank. To the bank. To the bank.
Almost has like a Calvin Harris sound to it.
To the bank. Sweet home on the license plate. Running from what I can't change. Only so much I can take. I ain't a shooter, but I got it in case. Secrets I'll take to my grave. The Lord might not clear my name, but these words you can take to the bank.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I really, really like this. I also like his style. He's both a good singer and a good rapper. Also, he's very good at enunciating his lines throughout, which also helps. But yeah, I like that he's able to kind of conquer both worlds to create a very well-balanced song, especially with this production, which obviously we're all liking here. I don't think it is a direct sample. I don't think it's a direct sample. I do think it's very, very similar to a couple other songs, though, both progression-wise and also effect-wise, with that reverb and specifically how clean the picks are on it. But there's at least 1 or 2 songs, though. I'm sure if I was just listening to my playlist for long enough, I'd come across them. Because it does sound familiar. As soon as you guys pointed that out, I'm like, no, there is something here. I don't know what it is. Hall of Fame. I don't know about that one, but I do know that song. Let me play a little bit, see if I can picture. I see where you're coming from. It has a similar sound to that, just not guitar-wise. No, it's not quite the same sound, but I know, like when I was listening to that, I could hear where you were coming from immediately. Not that. Maybe it's not Calvin Harris I'm thinking of. It's some like semi-electronic artist. Oh, that's gonna be stuck on me. But anyways, though, I do like this track, which actually I need to add it to my playlist. I think he was a good addition to TrailerMade. these words, TJ Sanders. Okay. Yeah, and it's gonna be nice too once he's like really on a ton of features, because he'll be able to fill in gaps both in singing sections like choruses, but also during rap verses. So he'll be able to be a bit like ambidextrous, I guess, between those two. So if one person wants to do the rapping per song or most of it, then he'll be able to fill in the choruses if they're formatting it that way. But also if it's like a solid rap track amongst multiple artists, he'll be able to fill in his gap there. Which, not to say that the other ones can't. Like, I think Simple Man does a good job at doing both as well. But I think he's a very well-rounded artist, though. Closer by the Chainsmokers. Closer. Oh, there it is. That is a similar progression. I think it's just in a different key, and of course it's not quite exactly the same. Thought it was an old school's 80 hair metal type thing. Pull me closer by that. Use those chords quite a bit. Yeah, I can hear it with I like Alice in Chains, Rooster. I guess it's not necessarily hair metal, but and like dad rock. I feel like some older dad rock songs have a similar sound. That's why I don't think it's a direct interpolation or sample of anything. I think it's just a common chord usage / effect usage, because there's a lot of EDM artists that use similar guitar playing to that, but there's also a lot of kind of dad rock vibes that I get from it as well. Either way, though, interesting song to end on for that reason. That was a nice little tangent. But yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. So have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and have a great extended weekend if you're in the US. And yeah, thanks so much to everybody for the donos tonight. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you later. Bye-bye.